I knew something was off the moment I heard myself say, "I'll redo it tomorrow in better lighting." Not to a client, not to my boss, to myself. Over a video I wasn't even being paid for. I was sitting in my car outside my apartment, phone in my hand, replaying a 27-second clip of me talking about my day. Just a simple, honest video. The kind I used to record without thinking, except this time I wasn't watching it like it was mine. I was watching it like I was reviewing work. I paused at the 14-second mark, zoomed in slightly, noticed the shadow on my cheek, the way my voice dipped at the end of a sentence, and I actually sighed, like I had disappointed someone. That's when it got quiet. The kind of quiet that makes you uncomfortable in your own body, because deep down, I knew something wasn't right. Like, this used to be the easiest thing for me. I used to sit on my bed, legs crossed, hair not fully combed, and just talk. No script, no plan, no second takes. Sometimes I'd laugh halfway through and start again. Sometimes I'd ramble and not even realize I was making sense until I watched it later. It felt light. It felt like mine. But somewhere along the way, that changed. I didn't notice when I stopped just talking and started creating content. I didn't notice when I started thinking about angles, retention, delivery, tone. I didn't notice when I began asking myself, is this good enough to post? Instead of, did I enjoy saying this? But sitting there in that car, replaying that same 27-second video like it was a performance review, I saw it clearly. This wasn't fun anymore. This was work. And the worst part? Nobody asked me to do it this way. There was no deadline, no brand deal, no external pressure. This was all me. I dropped my phone on my lap and leaned back into the seat. Outside, someone was arguing loudly over the price of something. A bike sped past. A child laughed, loud, free, unfiltered. Life was happening. And I was sitting there, editing joy. That realization hit deeper than I expected because it made me think back to when I first started recording those videos. I remember the exact night. It was past 11 p.m. I had just finished a long day and I didn't want to think anymore. So I picked up my phone, hit record, and just started talking. No audience in mind, no strategy. I just needed somewhere to put my thoughts. And somehow, people connected with it. That's how it started. Slowly, more people started watching, then commenting, then sharing, and naturally, I started caring more. I wanted to do better, speak more clearly, show up more consistently, and again, none of that is wrong. But here's what I didn't realize. Every time I improved it, I added a little pressure. Every time I made it better, I made it less free. Until one random evening, I was sitting in my car, treating a personal video like a failed assignment. And that's when it happened. I started crying. Not loud, not dramatic, just tears falling, while I stared at nothing in particular, because in that moment, I realized something that genuinely scared me. I couldn't remember the last time I recorded a video and didn't think about how it would perform. Not once, not even for fun. Everything had become content, and that question hit me hard. If nobody saw this, would I still want to do it? I wish I could say I answered immediately, but I didn't. I sat there thinking, and the fact that I had to think about it hurt, because there was a time when that answer would have been an easy yes. I didn't start recording videos to build something. I started because it felt like breathing, and now I was overthinking my breathing. That's when it clicked. I hadn't just become more disciplined. I had slowly turned something that used to hold me into something I had to carry. Wait, I haven't told you the most important part yet, because that moment in the car wasn't the turning point. It was the wake-up call. The actual shift happened later that night. I got upstairs, dropped my bag by the door, and sat on the edge of my bed. My phone was right next to me, and instinctively I picked it up again, opened the camera, positioned it, and for a second, I froze. Because I could already feel my brain starting again. Adjust the angle, check the lighting, say something structured. And that's when I did something different. I flipped the camera around, not to face me, just away. And I hit record anyway. No setup, no script. I just started talking, not to an audience, not for posting, just talking. I talked about how weird that moment in the car felt, how I didn't recognize myself in that version of me analyzing a 27-second clip like it determined my worth. I stumbled over my words, paused awkwardly, laughed at how random it all sounded, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't stop the recording to fix anything. I let it be messy. I let it be incomplete. I let it be mine. I didn't watch it back. I didn't edit it. I didn't post it. I just left it there. And something about that felt so relieving. It almost didn't make sense. It was such a small thing, but it felt like I had taken something back. That night taught me something I didn't expect. Not everything that grows should be scaled. Not everything that people love about you needs to become something you manage. Some things are meant to stay personal, unpolished, unshared, unoptimized, because those are the things that keep you connected to yourself. Now, I still record videos, I still show up, I still care about doing things well, but I also have videos on my phone that nobody will ever see, and I protect that. Because the moment everything becomes something you need to perform, you lose the space where you get to just exist. And if you've ever felt that shift where something you loved started to feel heavy, structured, or expected, you're not imagining it. It's real, and it usually happens slowly. So slow you don't notice until you're sitting in your car, replaying something that used to make you happy, and wondering why it suddenly feels like pressure. If that's where you are right now, don't rush to fix everything. Just start small. Take one thing back. One, let it be imperfect. Let it be pointless. Let it exist without asking anything from you. You might be surprised how much that changes things, and I really want to hear from you. What's something you used to love that slowly started to feel like work? Be honest in the comments. Not the polished version, the real one. And if this felt like a conversation you needed today, subscribe to GistOver Cooking. There's more of this here. Real stories, honest moments, and the kind of reflections we don't always say out loud. I'll see you in the next one.